Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Are you remembering what we have covered in our previous class?
Yes, ma'am.
What did we learn last class, Shivanya?
Ma'am, uses of microbes.
Uses of microbes. So some of the uses we discussed, and we learned about a bacteria which helps in preparing curd. Then then the use of microbes in baking industry, isn't it? So who will tell me the name of the bacterium which helps in forming curd from milk? Jeevan.
Ma'am.
Jeevan.
Lactobacillus.
Lacto.
Bacillus.
Lactobacillus. Very good. And which microbe is used in baking industry, Anlia?
Yeast.
Yeast is used in the baking industry. And even for preparing wines and alcohol also, we make use of yeast. And what do you call that process by which yeast makes wine, alcohol, etc., Shangari?
Fermentation.
Fermentation. Midun, define fermentation.
Ma'am, sugar conversion into alcohol is
Yes,
known
the conversion
as
of
fermentation.
sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. So today we will learn some more uses of microbes. So let us start with our today's topic. Okay. So the next one is a medicinal use. So we learned that in baking industry, in making different type of beverages, and in household also, microbes are very helpful. So apart from that, many life-saving drugs can also be prepared from microorganisms. So let us see which are those. So we are going to deal with the medicinal use now. Microorganisms, they are used in the production of both vaccines and antibiotics. Both you are familiar with. Whenever you get sick, when you approach a doctor, depending upon the intensity of your infection, he might prescribe you antibiotic. So antibiotics, we take it for curing a disease. Antibiotics are meant for curing the disease. Once you get the disease, for curing it, doctors will prescribe you antibiotics. Then how are vaccines different from antibiotics, Vishal? Vishal, can you tell me how are vaccines in terms of use, I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Antibiotics and vaccines, okay? Antibiotics are used to cure a disease, whereas vaccines,
Ma'am, it removes the whole disease.
can't hear you. Pardon, child, just louder.
Ma'am, it removes the whole disease.
Not clear, child. Let me ask someone else. Who else is there? Anybody else can say how our Prarthana? What for we use
Ma'am.
vaccines?
Ma'am, for removing the disease.
That is antibiotics. Antibiotic. You have heard about polio vaccine?
Yes, ma'am.
Polio vaccine is taken after getting polio?
Before.
No, before getting. So what is the purpose behind? Vaccines are taken for?
To prevent.
Yes, that is the term. It will help in preventing the disease. So the main difference between antibiotics and vaccine is that antibiotics we take after getting the disease to cure it, to kill the microbes and to get cured of the disease. Whereas vaccine is a precautionary measure. You take it to prevent the disease so that we don't get the disease. Now, first we will learn about antibiotics. The term anti means against. Biotics means life. So, the word meaning is against life. But it is not against the life of human beings, plants or other animals, but it is against the life of these microbes. The word meaning anti means against and biotics means life. So against the life of microbes. So these are medicines which we use against the life or to kill these microbes. So let's see the definition for antibiotics. Some bacteria and fungi, we can use them to make medicines. And these medicines will kill or stop. Just see the line or the term which I have given in yellow color. kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms. So such medicines are known as antibiotics. So from where are antibiotics prepared? We prepare them using microbes like bacteria and fungi. Commonly used microbes for preparing antibiotics are bacteria and fungi. So if you are asked to define antibiotics, you can say these are medicines or medicines which are used to kill or stop the growth of disease causing microbes. Or else you can modify the sentences: medicines produced from microorganisms used to kill or stop the growth of microorganisms or microbes also you can say. I'll repeat the sentence once again. Or if you want the same sentence, no problem, you can say as it is. Or else you can say the medicines produced from microbes used to kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms. Not all microorganisms. Already you learned many microbes are useful. So only the disease causing microorganisms will be killed when you take these antibiotics. Once again, antibiotics are medicines prepared from microorganisms like bacteria and fungi used to kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms. So some of the examples of antibiotics are given in the textbook. So you need to learn them. Examples can be asked. I know the spellings might be difficult since these are new terms. So you write it 5 or 10 times and learn it. Streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin, penicillin. That is also another example which you're familiar with. Then so many other antibiotics are there. Any antibiotics you can write as example. So those which are given in your textbook are streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin. Streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin. So here we learned about the medicinal use of microbes, and microbes can be used to prepare both antibiotics and vaccines, and antibiotics we use to cure the disease, and vaccines for preventing the disease. And what are antibiotics? Antibiotics are the medicines produced from microbes used for killing or stopping the growth of disease causing microbes. And you should know the examples too: streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin. Now, as you know, already I told you antibiotics helps us to cure the diseases. Not only in human beings, even plants and animals also are affected by different microbial diseases. So antibiotics can be used to cure such diseases found in human beings, plants as well as animals. And the first antibiotic, for the first time, the antibiotic was prepared or produced by Alexander Fleming. And the year was 1929, and the antibiotic he prepared was penicillin. It was accidentally he came to know that the fungus, actually penicillin is produced from a fungus known as Penicillium. Penicillium. I will repeat. Let me see where is the pen. Okay. So penicillin is produced from a fungus known as Penicillium. You don't have to learn the name of the fungus. Just 1 minute, children. Okay, children. So as I told, penicillin is the name of the first antibiotic produced, and this penicillin was prepared from a fungus. The name of the fungus is Penicillium notatum. You don't have to learn the name of this fungus. Okay. Children, can you see now? Okay, I'll repeat it once again. So we were learning about the different uses of microbes, and we learned that it is used in the production of antibiotics and vaccines. And antibiotics can be used to cure different diseases in human beings, plants and animals. And for the first time, this life-saving drug, antibiotic, was produced or prepared by a scientist named Alexander Fleming in the year 1929. And the name of the antibiotic he prepared was penicillin. It's commonly or widely used in the medical field nowadays, and it is produced from a fungus known as Penicillium notatum. It is from the fungus Penicillium notatum that the first antibiotic penicillin was produced. You don't have to learn the name of the fungus. So just as an additional information, I told that. Okay. So now coming back to the next point, you can see the picture of Alexander Fleming over there. So he is the person who found out antibiotic for the first time, and the name of the antibiotic he produced is penicillin, and that was in the year 1929. So next we are moving on to some precautionary measures which you should take while having antibiotics. So before that, I want to hear from you what we learned so far. What are antibiotics? Krishnaveni, tell me what are antibiotics?
Ma'am, some bacteria and fungi that are used to kill
They are used
or
to produce what? They are used to produce some medicines which will kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microbes. Now you can repeat. Repeat.
some bacteria or fungi that are used to produce medicines to kill or stop the growth of microorganisms.
What
It's
microorganism? Disease-causing?
disease-causing
Yes,
microorganisms.
yes. And I want one more to say the same. Safa, can you tell me it? The definition?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Medicines that are used to cure diseases in
That
animals.
became very simple. I want little elaborated one. You know, antibiotics will help in curing diseases, but be a little more specific. Wait, Safa, I'll make someone else to say and you can repeat. Yes, Midun.
The medicine.
Wait. So Safa, listen carefully. Midun is going to say. Yes, Midun.
Ma'am, the medicine produced from microorganisms to kill or stop the growth of diseases caused by microorganisms.
Disease causing microorganisms. Okay, good. Can you repeat, Safa? Yes.
Medicine produced from microorganisms
used
to prevent diseases.
Not prevent. It is not preventive medicine. It's a curative medicine. So once again, I'll make someone else to say and I want you to repeat it. Prarthana, just tell once again.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, some bacteria and fungi used to kill or stop.
No, you missed out something. Some bacteria and fungi, they are used to produce some medicines which will kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microbes. Okay, repeat, Prarthana.
Ma'am, some bacteria and fungi are used to make medicines which kill or stop the disease-causing microbes.
Very good. Those are known as
antibiotics.
Yes. Safa, now can you try? Yes, tell me.
Medicines that are produced from some microorganism and fungi that will kill
or
stop diseases.
Stop the growth of disease-causing
microorganism.
I will ask you later. Then you have to say correctly. Okay. Give me some examples of antibiotics, Devika. Examples.
Ma'am, stereo.
Hmm? Stereo. Which stereo? Shivanya will say after that. Devika has. You have to repeat.
Ma'am,
Shivanya.
streptomycin,
Streptomycin.
tetracycline.
Tetracycline. Okay, two are enough. Devika, tell me that. Was it stereo?
No, ma'am. Streptomycin,
Yes.
tetra,
Tetracycline.
tetracycline.
Once again.
Streptomycin, tetracycline.
Okay. So since it is a difficult spelling, I want you to repeat and learn. Okay. Now moving back to our precautionary measures while taking antibiotics. Okay. So we will see what are the precautions you should take while having antibiotics. Very important because when you get sick and you go near the doctor, always the doctors will not prescribe antibiotics. In the beginning, they will give some other medicines to reduce your temperature. For example, you are having high fever. And if the fever is not subsiding, after 3-4 days only, he will prescribe you antibiotics. Seeing the situation, every now and then when you go near the doctor will not prescribe antibiotics. Okay, and that is why we say that we should not self-medicate. Once when your infection was very severe and the doctor prescribed you antibiotics, again next time you have the infection, you should not go to the medical shop and buy it on your own and consume it. It can cause very serious impacts or drastic or negative impacts on your body. So you have to be very careful. So one by one, we will see what are the different precautions you should take while having antibiotics. The first one, antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. You should not be a doctor. Sometimes we have seen at times when you get sick, instead of going to the doctor, you take old prescriptions and then go with that to the medical shop and buy medicines. That should not be done. So you should take medicines only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Another thing, second point number 2, once you are having the antibiotics, maybe after taking medicines for 2 or 3 days, you will get so much of relief. Maybe you will be relieved of the symptoms of the disease. What you will do then? You will discontinue using it. Should not be done. If the doctor has asked you to take it for 6 days, you should complete the course. Otherwise, the microbes will not completely be removed from your body. You will get the second attack very soon. So you have to complete the course prescribed by the doctor. And third one, do not take antibiotics when not needed or in wrong doses. So sometimes you will think, I told you already, taking the prescription whenever you get sick, you go and buy the same antibiotics. So unnecessarily, you should not take it. Even the doctors will not prescribe antibiotics every time you have an infection. He will see, or he or she will see the severity of the symptoms, your infection level or intensity of infection, and only then he will prescribe it. And never take it in wrong doses, thinking that tomorrow I have got a marriage function, so I will take double the dose what the doctor said and I can attend the marriage without any problem, any health problems. Never do that. Never take it in wrong doses. So what will happen if you take it in wrong doses or unnecessarily? There are two problems caused if you take it unnecessarily. One is that it will make your drug less effective in future. Really, when your body needs it, these antibiotics will not work. Because every now and then you keep on having it, your body will not have any effect, or your body will not respond to that antibiotic. So it may make the drug less effective in future when your body really needs it. And the next point is that it can kill the useful microbes. I told you that there are many useful bacteria in your body, especially in your intestine and all. You have useful bacteria. But if you take it unnecessarily, it will kill the useful bacteria. So instead of having a positive impact, you will produce a negative impact on your body. So this can be asked as a 3 marks question. So I'll repeat the points once again. Apart from learning it for the sake of exam, this is very relevant. Okay, in your day-to-day life, this one is very relevant and you have to follow this in your life too. So once again, I will repeat the points. Antibiotics, the precautions you should take while having antibiotics. The first point is that you should take only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Otherwise, you should not take, you should not self-medicate. Telling that my friend told that she got it cured immediately after having this particular antibiotic. You should never do that. Get the advice of a qualified doctor and then take the medicine. Second point, complete the course prescribed by the doctor. Third point, do not take antibiotics when it is unnecessary or when or in wrong doses. Never take in excess or lesser doses. Follow the dose given by the doctor. So what will happen if you don't take it in the proper dose or take it unnecessarily? It can make the drug less effective when you need it in future. And second point is that it can even kill the useful bacteria in your body. Clear? There are 3 precautions which you need to take, and we'll start from whom? Abhishek, first point.
Ma'am,
Yes.
antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of the qualified doctor.
Now you look at me and say the answer.
Antibiotics
Should be taken
only
on the
only on the advice of a qualified doctor.
Okay, you can write in your own words. Okay, do not follow the same sentence. Alana Jinsen, second point.
Ma'am, complete the course prescribed by the doctor.
Okay, good. Third point. Third point, who is going to say? Who can say third point? Shangiri? Third point.
And do not take antibiotics when not needed or in wrong dose.
Very good. What will happen if you take it in wrong doses? 2 points are there. Who is going to say? Who didn't get a chance? Krishnaveni? What will happen if you take antibiotics in wrong doses?
Ma'am, it will kill the bacteria which is helpful in our body.
Yes, it will kill the useful bacteria. And one more point. Gobi Krishna, one more point is there. Gobi, what will happen?
Ma'am,
Ah,
it makes the drug less effective in future.
very good, very good. Okay. So we have covered only a very little. So please do learn it and come next class. Okay, children?
Okay,
Thank you.
ma'am.
See you next class.